Hello and welcome to Broken Entertainment. So I was going through Bleeding Cool and I'm like, maybe there's some new comic book information out there. I haven't really covered any comic book related stuff in a while on the channel, mostly because there's just nothing going on other than the usual bad comics and stupid decisions by comic book creators. A little bit of side good news. The Power Rangers from Boom Studios, their Kickstarter has reached $1 million, which is awesome. Hey, look, DC, Marvel, here's how you can make money. But that aside, I just haven't seen anything that's really caught my eye. I haven't done any reviews on the Power Rangers comics and stuff that have been coming out because I don't want to do a bunch of reviews that are just the same thing over and over again because they've been really good. I've enjoyed them. I've already said all that. So if something changes, I'll let you know. If there's something particularly awesome, I'll be sure to let you know. But I was perusing Bleeding Cool, as you do sometimes, and saw this article about Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, having a new look and status from DC Comics as of today. And I knew they had made her Oracle, at least temporarily. It looks like they're going to go back into that direction, and that's fine. Oracle is a pretty popular version of the character. Nothing wrong with that. But modern comics just can't. It's like they have this impulse and they can't quite hold back. Okay? They can't stop themselves from making terrible, terrible decisions and really awful art. So let's take a look at this. It's a brand new day for Barbara Gordon, formerly Batgirl, now Oracle again in today's comic titles. Featuring prominently in both Joker #2 and Batman Urban Legends #2, even if she doesn't have her own solo title anymore. As we had previously stated, the Joker #2 reinvents Barbara Gordon's relationship with her father and Batman's relationship with Jen Gordon. Because you gotta reinvent the wheel every time you write comic now. You gotta, that round shape, it's just too useful. You gotta square it up a little. But there's not a big problem with what they changed. I'm just so tired of everything having to change all the damn time. Basically, they have a better relationship. They get along better. And it goes through. And this is the art for the current issue. It's okay. It looks... Is this supposed to be that meme face, or did they just do it on accident? It looks kind of traced to me, and this looks really horrible. Her neck just kind of becomes her face. And frankly, Jim Gordon looks like he's lost 150 pounds. And not in a good way. Though in doing so harkens back to the 1970s status quo, where they got along pretty well. God, he looks even worse here. It even manages to drag in Batgirl #50, which we highlighted previously as being problematic. This is, again, the new comic. Kind of like the effect on her glasses. I kind of like the eyes. His face, though. Like, damn, man. Did you ever use... Now, that said... The Joker is not in this scene. They're just talking about it, and he's having horrible flashbacks, and seeing the Joker in his glasses, that's a pretty cool idea. I think that works well. This is the original that they're referring to as being problematic, because Jim Gordon doesn't like Batgirl in this, and then she's Batgirl, and yeah, blah, blah, blah. Man hate things, woman good. There's more to come, as well as the revelations in Joker #2 that Jim Gordon has known that Barbara Gordon and Batgirl were one and the same for several years, and probably that Bruce Wayne was Batman for the same amount of time. We also get a new look for Oracle. Here it comes. If you're not sitting down, I suggest that you do. If you do not have a bowl available to vomit into, you may want to grab one. Just a warning. As Batman Urban Legends gives her a new look for her new status, because God forbid she just wears some clothes. Barbara Gordon returns to the Oracle role for now to protect her spinal implant, with plenty of outs for her getting that upgraded at some point. Yada yada. This is where it talks about it. Here she is. Right there. That's the new Oracle. Just take it in. Just bask in the glory of the tracksuit. Oh my god, these people are clueless. Look at this. It's so awful. No woman would be caught dead wearing this, let alone someone in their 20s and 30s. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? It's, what is it, avocado? What kind of disgusting fashion? And then, somehow they managed to combine the 70s weird pants, that made everybody look like their hips were like way up here somehow, with wearing her belt like above her navel. And then I don't know what's going on with this shirt, but nothing. And then what is she, like Storm now with these gloves? And then, oh yeah, let's not forget the shoes. We don't want to. The pants are tied together at the bottom. Oh god. So if you're not familiar, let me show you what Oracle looked like before. There she is. Simple clothing. The kind of stuff you would see a woman wearing any day. It looks good on her. She looks good. It makes sense as clothing. Here's some of her. This is even like the last couple of comics she was in. She's wearing sensible clothing that looks good, that makes a character look good, and it's something you could see a person wearing, especially a woman in her 20s and 30s. And you've got some older art. And that gets into some weird crap, but now Barbara Gordon is wearing a tracksuit. Green tracksuit with white stripes and hips up to her navel. I mean, hell, go another inch and like get her ribs in the pants too, And then, horrible, disgusting art aside, and that is terrible art as well as being a stupid looking costume. She's got smart glasses. All right. Earbuds for communication. Well, no kidding. A hidden pin button microphone. So fancy. Holographic sleeve smartphone. Okay. That's fine. Elegant stealth Batgirl utility belt. One, this is not a utility belt. This is barely a belt. It's a strip of fabric. It's not thick enough to hold pouches. It's not large enough to hold anything. It's barely serving a purpose as a belt. It's not elegant. And it's not stealthy. It's just a stupid looking piece of fabric. Cables and seams to plug into computers. Okay. What's it hooking up to? I mean, really, like, what's it connecting to? So she's got these like USB cords woven into her suit, which is itself kind of an interesting idea. But what are they connecting to? Is she a computer now? I don't think so. So they're just kind of there, I guess. And then she plugs them into a computer. She plugs her pants into, I guess she like sits down, plugs her pants into a computer, and I don't know where it goes. That's the thing about cables that they seem to have forgotten. They connect to two things, not just one. So what's the other side go to? Also, putting the cables on your pants and looks like your sleeve, especially right along that seam. Somebody that designs clothes for a living can tell me what that is. But on the outside that moves like constantly, seems like it might actually kind of impede your movement a little bit or be really uncomfortable. Telescoping antenna doubles as a cable or as a cane or weapon if needed. That's fine. Solar battery charger and buttons. Okay. Now I love this. Let's call it a purse. This purse is a mobile server farm. I will allow the IT people in the room to have fun with that one. A secure alternating masked ISP. So her purse is so cool, it's an internet service provider. It's a whole company in a purse. Because it's that awesome. And they threw in some techno words like secure, alternating, and mask. And a classic bag for everything else. And then, of course, her shoes are generator flats. So her shoes provide power to something? Because they don't connect to anything. They're not just not wearing like corded USB power socks. Her pants are tied off above her ankles. So what? Come on, DC. Why? I don't even want to get into the woke crap. Just why? Who in their right mind understand how many people this went past? Somebody said, I'm going to take a 20 to 30-year-old woman, I'm going to put her in an avocado green tracksuit with her hips, the hips of her pants above her navel, and flats. And then I'm going to put in techno gizwat words. They should have just stopped at the smart glasses and the holographic sleeve smartphone. Hell, I'd take a holographic sleeve smartphone. That sounds awesome. But this went so the writer thought of this. The artist drew it. The editor went, "Yeah, that looks fine." Was there not a woman in the room? Like, you're DC, aren't you, like, hyper diverse? Couldn't you go get somebody and say, "Hey, would you wear this?" I mean, let's not pretend that female superheroes are always the height of fashion, but they're never in an avocado green tracksuit. Not even in the 70s. And let's just be a little real about who would wear this, which is to say, nobody. They could have avoided a lot of the hilarity by changing some of the colors around. I mean, seriously, green? Just green. That's what you went with, just green. This, ladies and gentlemen, these are your modern comics from DC and Marvel. Boom Studios is over there rocking $1 million to Power Rangers, $1.5 million to Berserker. They're printing so many comics they can't even keep up, and they got to keep reprinting stuff. Marvel just printed so many alternate variant covers that people have fewer orders than they do variant covers now. DC just gave us Tracksuit Batgirl. The big companies suck, and they're gonna fail. Marvel's going to be propped up by Disney money. DC is going to be bought out by somebody. But the comic book companies worth paying attention to right now are the smaller guys. Your Boom Studios, your IDWs. Because they don't have this option. They can't say we're going to put Barbara Gordon in some avocado green tracksuits with a bunch of stuff that doesn't make any sense because yay, I guess. Because they got to make money. Boom Studios has a thin margin, okay? Even with these very successful campaigns. When you're a small company like that and you've only got 5% of the market, your margin for error is tiny. So, I mean, at this point, all we can do is point and laugh at DC and Marvel. Come on. Are you kidding me? Anyway, let me know what you think of the lime green or avocado green tracksuit in the comments down below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you next time.